Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We are going to get all the kitties in the pool today. Um, I am Coach Williams, and I'm trying. There we go. I am Coach Williams, Cassandra Williams of Cassandra Williams Enterprise, and I am your victory coach and the founder of Wise Wives Build. And we are here for Momentum Monday. And we are in several different locations this morning. We are here on Facebook, we're over on Instagram, we are on Clubhouse. And so what I do is I gather tools, tips, techniques, things that you're going to need, and I bring it to you in order for you to build the life of your dreams. And today on Momentum Monday, I believe that we can start this week strong and end even stronger, right? And so, as we are going through this conversation on this morning, say good morning, say hello, share this out. Good morning, Marsha. Good morning, Floral. Good morning, Sandra, over here on IG. Let me see if I have some people over here on Facebook. I see people popping in over here on Clubhouse. We have YouTube on as well. We are everywhere this morning. This is how we multitask. This is how. Good morning, Rhoda. Thanks for being here this morning. Good morning, Derry. Good morning, Jerry. Good morning, Mommy Elvira. Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, Abigail. Thank you guys so much for being here as well. And so this morning, we are going to be talking from the topic. As I was preparing, there are times when God has called you to do a thing that you're like, man, am I really called to this? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? And so, sometimes you begin to question yourself. But as I was getting ready, preparing this past weekend, and I began to read through articles and different things, and I began to study why people don't ask for help. It's one thing whenever you have a product, right? If you're selling t-shirts, you selling jewelry, you have something physical, purses, different things like that. But when you are in the service industry, why don't people ask for help? Right? We see it. You see that they need the help, but why are they not asking for it? What are those things that stand in the way of them asking for help? What is the things that stand in your way of asking for help? Because I'm a firm believer. I am a coach, right? I'm a certified professional life and empowerment coach. I am a life coach, right? So I touch every aspect of your life, right? I'm not your business coach. I'm not, your confidence. I'm your life coach. I can help you get strategies to organize your life. Now, here's the thing with that. When you do things like that, sometimes people don't want to admit that they need the help. And so as a coach, I have coaches. As a minister, I have a covering, right? So pastors need pastors, coaches need coaches, counselors need counselors, mentors need mentors. We're all subject to someone else, okay? So I don't want you to think that just we're getting away with it, right? So we all need help at some point in time, okay? Nobody is immune. We all need help at some point in time. That they don't ask, well, hey, Wendy, good morning. They don't ask because the cat has their tongue, right? And so that's one reason as well. So I'm going to give you about 5 reasons this morning, right? That I saw. So here's the one, right? Lack of awareness. So sometimes people just don't know. So sometimes they don't know that they need help, that they're just walking through life and they're like, okay, I'm good, right? People, the Bible says sometimes we will do what we feel is right in our own eyes. And so if this is what I've always known, I may not know that there is a different way. I may not realize the signs that I'm struggling. Those of you that ride around, even though the light is flashing, the maintenance light, check engine light, all of those things are flashing on your car, but you keep driving. Yeah, that's the same way we do in life, is that we are struggling and we just feel like this is the way it's supposed to be. And we don't reach out for help, or we underestimate the severity of the problem, right? It's okay. And so we lack of awareness. And here's the thing, anything you can't admit or you're not aware of, you won't change it. If you don't think it's a problem, you're not going to take the necessary steps to do anything about it, right? If you're good with your weight, you're never going to get healthy, right? If you're like, I know what the doctor said, but it's okay, then guess what? Not going to make the necessary changes. It's just not going to happen, right? Because there's no awareness for you. You're like, no big deal, right? So here's the next one. You ready for the next one? Fear of judgment or criticism. That sometimes we have been mishandled, right? We have been dropped. We have been stepped on, misused, abused, however you want to say it. We went to somebody, we talked to them, and they judged you, right? They criticize you. Girl, I don't know why you're doing that. You know better than that. You know you shouldn't do that. How dare you do that, right? And then we feel some kind of way. We're like, see, I knew I shouldn't. I shouldn't have told you no way, right? Because so we become afraid of the judgment, right? We get afraid that we're like, you know what? I ain't gonna ever tell nobody. You won't catch me like that. Anybody else like that? Maybe that's just me. You ain't gonna catch me again, right? All right, this is the next one. Y'all hang with me. Just don't go nowhere. Here's the next one. Y'all ready? Pride or stubbornness. Some individuals may struggle with asking for help because they view it as a sign of weakness or believe that they should be able to handle their problems on their own. Did y'all know that not being able to ask for help was a sign of pride? Yeah. Because your pride won't let you. That sense of I can handle myself, that self-reliance won't allow you to go and get the help that you need. And it could just be a matter of getting in rooms that you need to get into, getting into free classes, going to counseling, going to talk to your pastor, talking to a friend, just opening your mouth so you're no longer suffering in silence. But we won't say a word. We'll just stay right there where we are, right? This was one that was interesting to me. Feeling overwhelmed. When faced with overwhelming challenges or stress, some individuals may feel paralyzed and unable to reach out for help. They may be too consumed by their problems to even consider seeking assistance. They're so consumed with what is going on that they don't even think to ask for help. They just start to spin their wheels, like head down, let me get this done. And they never stop to ask somebody, hey, that may be doing what they are trying to do, right? How did you overcome this situation, right? Because we can glean from one another. But when we feel overwhelmed, most of us, guilty, most of us withdraw, we retreat, we go inside of ourselves, right? We don't reach out, we begin to reach inside of ourselves, and then we kind of miss out on those moments of being able to glean, to sit at the feet, where it says in Titus, older women pour into the younger women, older men pour into the younger men, right? Because there's something about wisdom, y'all. Help me get there a little bit faster. I don't want to always have to go the route that everybody went. I don't want to have to make all the same mistakes that everybody else made. There are times I want to be able to glean and miss a few steps. I don't know about you, but I want to miss a few steps, right? But when we feel overwhelmed, a lot of times, what do? We withdraw, we isolate, we pull back from the very tribe that has been pouring into you. Instead of reaching out, we begin to reach in, okay? And then here's the last one, that I'm going to talk about today on this Momentum Monday is the lack of trust. Whenever you are building in business, you have to build that know, like, trust. People have to know you, they have to like you, then they have to trust you. Then they're going to do business with you. They're going to come to your events. They're going to do things of that nature. But without a lack of trust, let me get back to my notes here. Okay, without a lack, when it comes to the lack of trust, some individuals may have had negative experiences in the past. That goes back up there to that one of the judgment and the criticism. If people are used to being judged and criticized, then their trust factor may be a little bit low, right? So they don't trust people easily. So negative experiences in the past when asking for help, such as being let down or betrayed by others, as a result, they may have difficulty trusting others and may be hesitant to seek support. And so when we have a lack of trust, even when it comes to the things of God, and I know a lot of times people be like, we can't say that I trust God. You know of God, but do you really trust him? Do you really trust him like you should, right? Because when I trust people, then I have an expectation of them. I expect them to come see about me. I expect them to show up for me. That's why you don't see me using terminology like friends. If I call you a friend, or if I say you're my friend, that means something, right? If I say I love you, that means I love you. You can count on me. You can depend on me. Why don't I use those words? Those are words that people will throw out very carelessly and callously, right? And it's just, oh, that's just what we say. No, that ain't what we say, because those words come with weight. If I call you my friend and I tell you I love you, love shows up. Love will be there. Love does. It's an action word. It's not something that is just given freely, right? There's an expectation that comes along with that. I expect, there's an expectation that I have from my friends that I don't have from people that I just randomly know. My holies of holies. So in relationships, you have inner court, you have outer court, you have holies of holies. Outer court people are those people you just, I see them around. Hey girl, hey, I know you, da 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 da. Your inner court people are people you go to church with, you see them on a regular basis. You may be inner court with you may be inner court with your Starbucks barista. When they see you coming up and they see you in the line, they already know your order is ready before you even order it, because they know you're gonna order the same thing every day, right? They see you, they say hey, they say your usual, you like yes, y'all just know each other like that, right? You may even ask about their kids, but listen, they're not coming to your house. They're not holies of holies. Hey Shakita, hey Danielle, Michelle, Yutiki and Fred, Abigail, good morning, Louise. Listen, they're not coming to your house. So that's holies of holies, right? And so when I say friend, that means you entered into the holies of holies. And so that's an expectation that I have for you. And so when people have a trust factor, when their trust factor is low and they lack trust because of things that have happened in the world to them, then guess what? They're not going to ask for help. They don't feel like they can. Sometimes they don't feel like they should. Sometimes when life is life and they feel like I don't have a right to ask for help. But can I help somebody today? We're all going to need help at some point in time. At some point on this journey, you're going to need somebody else. You're going to need somebody to come alongside of you. You're going to have to allow somebody to hold you accountable, because listen, you can talk yourself into and out of anything. So I heard somebody say one time, I can talk myself into and out of a brown paper bag, right? What does that mean? If I want to do something, I can make it, listen, I can make a valid point to get you on board to be like, yeah, girl, that's a great idea. If I don't want to do something, I can talk myself out of doing it. I can give myself a million and one excuses why I should not be doing that thing, right? And so going through life, you're going to need accountability. You're going to need some people to come alongside of you. You're going to need community, right? You're going to need those people, those like minded people that can come alongside of you and help you get to your next place. Momentum Monday, you are not meant to be an island. You're not. And so sometimes you've got to get over yourself and you've got to get into rooms that you're supposed to be in. You got to connect with people you need to connect with. You got to get past yourself. Okay. You just gotta you gotta do it. You gotta, I know it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to introverts. I know we're gonna have to we're gonna have to do a little something something. Okay. We're gonna have to open our mouths a little bit and come outside and play with the people and do all of the things, right? And so you have to be willing, but you have to be willing, right? Because even when you make your request known, you've got to be able to receive. Because what happens when you don't have the capacity, or you haven't put yourself in a place where you can even receive the very thing that you're asking for? There have been things that I have been looking for and I've prayed for. And I was like, God, I want this. I desire it. And He's like, I have that for you. And guess what happened? When it showed up, I was suspect because I had my trust factor wasn't where it needed to be. So when people showed up, I was kind of pushing them back a little bit. I was like, oh, no, no, no. And God was like, yes, because they didn't look like me. Sometimes they didn't smell like me. They didn't talk like me. They were from different walks of life. And so we've got to be able to not only do we need to ask for it, we need to pray that we're able to receive the help as well. All right. So that has been your Momentum Monday here on Instagram and over here on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. That these are the 5 reasons that people do not ask for help. They do not get into rooms that they need to get into. They do not do the things that they need to do because they lack awareness. They don't understand that I need help, right? That they have the fear of judgment and criticism. They have pride or stubbornness. They feel overwhelmed and they have a lack of trust. And I'm sure there are a lot more, but these are the ones that we are discussing on today, right? And so if you are one of those people that are over there suffering in silence and you're like, I really need some help. I need to talk to somebody. I need to hang out with some people, get into some communities. Then I want you to go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com and I want you to connect with me. I am a certified professional life and empowerment coach. We are preparing for the Great Exchange, which will take place on October 11th and 12th. 2024. It's the Women's Exchange Women's Empowerment Weekend, where we're bringing the ladies into a room so that we can prepare for our 2025. It's not a church service as usual. Think more retreat, strategy session. We're bringing you into the think tank, right? We're bringing you into a place for you to hear the voice of God so that you can leave with clarity, you can leave with instruction, right? Everybody will make their playbook so you will not know what you're supposed to be working on for 2025, okay? And beyond. So that you may have to dream another dream. If you're dreaming another dream, you're pivoting in this season, come into the room. There will be skilled women that will be able to pour into you for you to be able in a manner in which you can understand. That's my thing. Not only understand, they will be able to pour into you in a manner that you can understand, but you will be able to apply it. A lot of times we get knowledge, and knowledge is great, but we never apply it. We never do anything with it. And that's not how I want you to leave the Great Exchange. Okay. I want you to always be able to leave with something that you can apply. So go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com and click on the Great Exchange tab, and all the information is there. Room blocks do end this Thursday or Friday. Room blocks will go away, but you can still get in the room if you are local in the Atlanta area and you just want to come and not stay at the hotel. That is good too. All right. So love you all. Clubhouse hangout right there. I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Let me close out over here on Instagram. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook, love you much. I will see you guys next Monday for another Momentum Monday. Be blessed, everyone.